The Niagara Symphony Orchestra held an elegant outdoor garden party this evening titled A Midsummer's Eve. The event featured fabulous wine, delicious cuisine, and a special performance by the NSO. Niagara Symphony Orchestra's board member, Christopher Newton, told us about tonight's event.
Tonight's event, as I was just saying, really started on a bus in Crete, where Virginia and I began to talk. And she joined the board of the orchestra about 12 months ago and had the idea that we should have a gala. We should. We need an event which focuses on the orchestra and in which people can have a great time and realize that we're an important part of what happens in Niagara.
So tell me something about the Niagara Symphony Orchestra that not everybody may know.
Well, firstly, it's one of the older orchestras in the country. It's older than the Shore Festival and older than the National Ballet and older than the Canadian Opera Company. It first started off as the St. Catharines Symphony Orchestra and then has become the regional orchestra. It has a fantastic educational program, and we play concerts at Brock at the moment, and we'll be moving into the new Performing Arts Centre. It's a small-sized orchestra. The Toronto Symphony has nearly 100 players. We have 52, but they're wonderful players, many of whom live around here, and when they're not playing in the orchestra, teach. And you know how important musical education is, because we just know from the statistics that anybody who takes music does better in their scholastic subjects. And I've been on the board of the Niagara Symphony Orchestra for the last 5 or 6 years, I think, and now we're just coming into our own, and it's a great pleasure for us and the board who've gone through strange times in many ways with the orchestra, but it's a great orchestra, it's a great small orchestra, and now we're coming into our own.
Oh, well, we've got a great season coming up starting next September. It's kind of, I feel that next season is the first season we're really coming into our own, where I've known the orchestra for a little while longer, know how we can progress, and I also know the audience a little bit better, so what they like and some chances we can take with pieces they might not have heard. One thing that we've focused on next season is I have a firm belief that you don't have to go around the world to be world class. So every single guest artist we have with the orchestra joining us next year is from Southern Ontario. They're Toronto-based, Niagara, Southern Ontario-based, and we're bringing some of the best who travel all around the world, and they're coming here to work with us in Niagara. Yeah, well, sitting down and programming the season it's a process that begins, like, we just released in the mail and on the website our 13-14 season. So now I take about 2-3 months off and then we start the hard work. In September 2013, we start the work of programming for our 14-15 season. It's about a 6-7 month process in which we identify repertoire that we want to do. I give a wish list of guest artists I'd like to come and join the orchestra. Candace in the office has to call their agents, negotiate fees. It's a long process, but and there's a lot of consultation. I meet with the players and get their impressions of pieces they'd like to do. I talk at events like this, and online I talk to our patrons and see if there's holes in the repertoire. We actually poll the audience for some of their favorite pieces. So it's a very long process that begins. Well, in my head, I've already got it half worked out, but with a lot of holes to plug in. So in all honesty, as soon as one season gets programmed, I'm already thinking 18 months out. But the hard work of sitting down and hammering it out starts in a couple months. So there's not really a summer vacation for the Niagara Symphony Orchestra.
The community support has been fantastic. And then Virginia went round to so many people to ask if they would support the orchestra. And in fact, what was incredible about it was that she found that 90% of the people said, yes, we will help. And it really was a matter of asking. And the people in the Niagara Peninsula are very generous. And tonight is obviously, a success because of them.
Please, Norris, 556, sir. Your 6, 550. What do you say to 550? 550. You wouldn't know it. 550. Thank you very much. Norris for the 6, 650, sir. 650.
As tonight's auction progresses, we want to give a big thank you to all of those involved in tonight's event. Congratulations on a successful garden party. Be sure to check out the NSO this Canada Day weekend in Port Dalhousie, and also check out the website listed below for more information on their future events. In Niagara-on-the-Lake, reporting for The Source, I'm Bianca Tomori.